Listen, hey, big news here. Breaking news. The Mover and Gronky show has gone worldwide for our second time.
We've been on Fox News.
We have been on Fox News.
And joining us live from the Atlanta Speedway Folds of Honor founder, Major Dan Rooney, and with him, Major Trevor Hartstock.
Yeah.
Some may not remember, but you and I, Gonky, were on the Fox News one Sunday morning.
Live. We were live.
In February, not March, not June, not July, but February.
For the
One
Folds
February.
500.
Yep. And some of us looked pretty by name only, and some of us talked.
We've got Gonky at the end. He's got his own business for land and real estate, so it's a very good opportunity. I'm very happy to be here, and I appreciate all you do for us with Folds of Honor.
Mover, what's going to be going through your head as you fly over that stadium?
Being on time, being in position, looking good, sounding good.
Amen.
That's all.
So, in typical fashion, the same thing played out here, except they got your name wrong.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that don't remember, a couple weeks ago, back in early November, Gonky, do you remember why you were gone?
Yeah, I was doing my motorcycle race.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your midlife crisis. So, while Gonky was off
Racing motorcycles. Pretty manly, but continue.
Reliving his youth. Some of us still had to work. And so we brought Shanghai on the channel. Thank you, Wombat. My question is, how are they getting such technology? How do they have cruise missiles? Who's giving them these cruise missiles? I wonder.
Starts with an I and ends with a ran.
We brought Shanghai on the channel, and the fruits of our labor I've gotten like hundreds of emails, none from OSI yet, but I'm sure that's forthcoming. I've gotten hundreds of emails from people that said we got quoted in Fox News and we should be happy about that. So the article is F-35 reminds China who's top gun by shooting down a Houthi cruise missile. China should take note that powerful F-35s are deployed by U.S. and our allies. So not only did we get the attention of Fox News, but also China, which they're probably still mad at me for saying that their TikTok is cancer. You may not have heard about another significant engagement. On October 31st, an F-35I stealth fighter made in the United States of America and flown by Israel shot down one of Iran's cruise missiles fired by Houthis from Yemen. This was the first ever air-to-air kill of a cruise missile by an F-35. Gonky, have we decided if that's an air-to-air kill? You weren't here for this discussion.
It's kind of like shooting down a balloon. I'm not sure.
So our fifth generation fighters are 100% against things that don't have people in them.
That's the way of the future.
Well, that's true. Valid, Wombat.
Right? Out of ace combat. Elon Musk will be proud.
Yes.
So China, take note. China has no recent combat experience, thank heavens. So they watch and dissect their words, not mine. Military operations, especially when advanced technology and tactics are on display. Oh boy, here comes the OSI investigation. Americans call the F-35 the Lightning. Wrong.
That is not what we call
That's not what we call it.
It is called the Fat Amy, Abisa Amelia,
Or
Battle Panther. The Panther.
Panther. I
Pop,
like that.
Pop the P, Panther. It's called the Panther. Because 60% of the time it works every time. And
There
don't
was
get me
something
wrong.
else the guy was trying to tell me that they were trying to push, but
Battle Penguin.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's Battle Penguin or the Panther.
No, it was something cooler than that the Air Force was trying to push, and I guess the reserve pilots were like,
Since I've heard of it, it's been Fat Amy. But that's not to say. So hold on now. I say nice things about Fat Amy. I would fly Fat Amy. Okay? Hear me out. I would fly it. So it's not.
If anyone's listening,
Mover is looking for a flying jet.
if anyone's listening,
I'm just throwing this out there because apparently a lot of people listen and watch this thing, and I didn't know that. So I thought it was just us.
Now Fox News.
Next thing we know,
apparently.
we're on Fox News. So for those listening, I will fly Fat Amy at a low cost to the taxpayer. Okay, I'll do it.
Dude.
For you, one time only. So anyway, here comes the F-35 to smash the paradigm. After the October 31st kill, Israel later released a crisp gun camera style video of the F-35 tracking and engaging the cruise missile. The detection intercept verified that the F-35, flown by the U.S. Air Force, Navy, and Marines, and many allies, can detect and hit incoming cruise missile. Boy, I can't talk. We're almost getting to the good part, too.
Missiles are harder to hit, too.
Trying to slip by at low altitude. That's crucial for the balance of power in the Pacific. 2 retired American fighter pilots broke it down. Dude, that actually sounds more like Gonky. That sounds like Gonky. Dude, I'm just impressed. The targeting pod is tracking it. That tells you how great the EO/IR system in the F-35 is, that it's tracking and watching the whole thing happen. F-16 fighter pilot cwlemoine and his A-10 pilot guest call sign Shanghai, Shihai, commented on the Mover and Gronky show, posted on YouTube on November 15th. Dude, I'm just impressed that the targeting pod's tracking it. That to me tells you how great the EOIR system in the F-35 is, that it's tracking and watching the whole thing happen. But the
F-35 is hauling ass.
Yeah, but the F-35 is getting a lot of action and it's a lot of ops testing. You know, it's almost its own OT&E in the real world, just like Ukraine with some of our ground-based stuff.
I feel like you're cheating on me, man. Who's this Gronky?
Hold on. There's more. The 2 retired American fighter pilots said the F-35's track was particularly impressive because of the ground clutter. To get that thing while it was going so low and so fast and track it accurately. Exactly.
Yes, that's particular. I'm not a radar guy, but that's particularly impressive because of the ground clutter, possibly, right? I mean, to get that thing going so low and so fast and track it that accurately and intercept like that's pretty cool.
Look at Douglas.
That's what an F-35 does, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
There you go. Only it's not just a pod. The F-35 has sensors distributed all along its husky belly.
It's not just us, dude.
This lady, she's totally. Oh, that's awesome. The targeting system uses electro-optical waves like TV plus infrared, also called heat, to find and track targets in addition to the radar. The hot little plumes coming off that Houthi cruise missile were dead giveaways to the F-35.
Who wrote this?
That is actually an F-22 and a B-52. That has nothing to do with this article, but I digress.
And that's a C-17.
I feel like the person who wrote this also writes scripts for adults movies.
Hell yeah. So anyway.
Seriously.
My little plumes are getting hot.
Hey, let me get the tagline. Lesson to Xi Jinping: American technology wins anywhere on the globe.
Dude, it was a cruise missile. I mean, it's like a bottle rocket with like extended tanks.
Gonky, this is why you don't get quoted on Fox News.
Well, nobody's
putting that. Nobody's putting that in an article.
My stunt double Gronky does, not Gonky.
So I've been meaning to tell you, dude. Gronkowski, the NFL player, sometimes moonlights. He's really in the fighter jets.
Don't you love me, man?
Sure, Gronk.
He has no idea. He's had a bunch of concussions, so he doesn't know a whole lot about them.
That's not the line.
He doesn't even know where he is anymore.
He really likes to talk about the husky belly of the husky hornet. Wannabe F-35 Fat Amy.
I'm not gonna lie. I did send that article to my entire family and said
they could have left out the dude part. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just impressed that the targeting pod's tracking it. Like, I know I say it a lot now. I say it. Well, I say it a lot because of somebody that is I talk to a lot now. Who I don't think you can say a sentence without saying "dude."
Me?
You?
Why would you want to? That's how he is.
Dude, I dare you to go the rest of this episode without saying "dude."
He can't
do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's his laid back, laissez-faire style that makes him so lovable.
All right.
He's untouchable in the Navy, the Air Force, and every other.
That's how I
service.
survived.
dude.
I survived doing night traps, dude.
We're gonna hang up this chat, and it's gonna be so. For the record, I'm not retired. In fact, that's why I just spent a week in prison, or something
Not
very
real
similar to a
prison.
prison.
Don't.
Close
People
enough.
are gonna.
It's close, dude.
You know how close it was to prison? I'm in the Air Force, and I'm not getting any per diem for last week. I went TDY, and they stole my per diem.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, no per diem.
That's right up
No
there
per
with
diem.
having a tea time.
The hotel
before they-
was 1 star.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. You know how many stars the Nimitz was, Mover? 0.
Are you in the Air
snatched
Force?
it.
Are you in the Air Force? We have standards to uphold here.
You know,
okay?
on that he's got a point, dude. By Air Force standards, like the videos.
This is the new Air Force.
That's
They
true.
spend all their money
We're
on
getting there.
masseuses.
Well, that's you just you keep bringing up the stories, man.
No,
We're gonna get there.
Spending money on those
so-
masseuses for people's resilience training. and
Did
they can't
you
afford
want to talk
hotels.
about that article at all, or are we done with that now?
Which one?
You made Fox News. That's huge. Will you still talk to
That's
us
what
when
she
you guys are famous?
I can't say that's what she said because people are watching. Like, I don't know what to do anymore with all this pressure.
Just be
Really?
yourself, man.
I was at this school last week, and at the end of the school, some very high up people were like, "Hey, we saw you. We knew you looked familiar. We saw you." And I was like, "Oh boy, yeah, we saw you on the YouTubes."
Have you seen?
On the
1980.
YouTubes.
It's like
My
1984.
my response is always, "Have you ever met Gonky?" Because he's on there too.
It doesn't matter. You
his
can't.
fault.
There's not a bus you can throw that man under.
No,
That's gonna hit him.
he is
It's not
rubber,
gonna happen.
I've
I've
listened.
seen it since API.
Teflon.
I watched him
not-
swim a mile ish. Trust me.
Mover's not used to the recognition because he's
Not
kind
like
of
Gonky.
a hermit. He's kind of a hermit up there
Kind
where
of.
he lives. You're
Dude,
totally
Yeah.
If I could have a moat, I would. A moat and guard dogs, I would totally.
So like, you know, I have to travel around and do things for work and
Man of
whatnot
the people.
occasionally. Man,
Yeah.
yes. And people will come up to me all the time and
All the time. Just
Yeah,
can't
there was-
beat
there
him
was-
off with a stick.
One of my
well, okay.
It's the humility, I think, that is the best.
That gets you. Not all the time,
Stay
but
humble.